So all the things that are programmed to understand to be real aren't. And you really can't fool the subconscious or the soul forever. And there's going to be repercussions. And so there's a tremendous amount of drugs out there that try to make you accept the situation that you're in, even though somewhere in your mind, subconsciously, you know that it's all wrong. And, some of the people, they just say it's all wrong and they can't go on anymore. And other people say, I'm taking this drug and I can go on. And that's the whole, and the overchargers are saying, you will go on. Take an aspirin, take a Tylenol, take a drug of some kind that gets you back to work and gets you to be productive for me. And, how many people are going to ultimately say, this isn't doing anything for me? And not all of us can look at the very wealthy and say, boy, we're doing really good for them, because that isn't apparent. It's on TV that someday you'll be there. There's no way you're ever going to be there. That's the advertising lie they give to you. And your subconscious or your awareness somewhere in there is saying, no, this is wrong. This is totally wrong. And some people, the very most aware people, and maybe partially the smartest people, but at least the most aware, the wisest of people, recognize that the life that we're all living is insane. They recognize that, of course, people are having mental problems. I mean, that you get to the point where you can see through, it's like the Wizard of Oz. Up there on the screen is, everybody's looking up there in the screen, and some guy or woman looks down at the curtain and hears this guy flipping levers and talking in a microphone. They say, look at the man down there, and the advertisers say, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Pay attention to the Wizard of Oz. That's the thing that's important. And the person who sees that says, but that is the Wizard of Oz. And of course they put him away or give him drugs, or what's the matter with you? The most important thing is you got to get back to work. Well, why do you have to get back to work? Because the rich want you working for them. The overcharges. So we begin with the preface. That's the part that comes before the book itself. And they say, now remember, it's they. The information came from who? I don't know. My subconscious, I'm going to say, because I certainly wouldn't want to tell you it was channeled from any blah, blah, blah. But I can tell you that it sure wasn't channeled from any space alien. Because, well, you'll see. Okay. They say, we've come a long way. You now know how you were trapped here, where you came from, and where your choices are going to take you. Obviously, that comes from Book 1, 2, and 3. You know what man is and how your personality may best, how you personally may best live this life. What is left? We said when you have arrived at the core of our understanding, you will then turn around and examine all things with that truth. The examination will reveal the truth and the lies of all things related, and you will then be able to see clearly the difference. If not, then you haven't found the core. If not, you haven't read books 1, 2, and 3. If not, you're not there yet. But if you can get through book 1, 2, and 3, and actually book 4 here, when you see what it is that's given here for the first time, you want to go back and do it again. But the first time, by the time you get through with books 4, then you're going to want to go to book 1, 2, and 3, and by the time you get through with them, you say, okay, now I understand what the core is. Now I understand what the truth really is. Now when I look at book 4 again, I can see it just as clear as day that the things that we've been taught are not true. And we need to change those things. And book 4 tells us how, which is, the biggest complaint that you ever hear is, I'd do something. I would do something. But what can you do? What can you do against them? What can you do against the tremendously $1 trillion in their pocket rich people who can, give you television and everything that you read and everything that, it comes to you, they're programming for you. So, what they're saying here, that they gave the information are saying here is you have to have a change, but you have to see what in the world's going on. And the book 4 is here to give you what's going on, and then it gives you what they call a true new system, and they say real quickly, not the New World Order, not a New World Order, not the financial control of your pocketbook by the very wealthy, but a new system. It would be something that the people who want the New World Order are not going to want. So those who understand this work will become the prophets, the teachers, or our elder brothers and sisters. They're out there right now wondering how in the world we can keep on with these foolish schemes. They're out there wishing someone would get up and change things, thinking in their mind the task is truly impossible. They can't conceive that they are the ones to do the change. What'd they say there? They said there are people out there that are going to, I don't know, save us, that are looking around trying to figure out who's going to do something and who's going to help and who's going to do it. And they're saying that they're the ones that are looking around wishing somebody would do something. They're the ones that are going to do it. And so they say the truth is that we are all in the same crossroads that the Druids were of old when the Christian religion first arrived in their country. The Druids, you'd have to look that up, see who they were, but it was a religion mostly in England. The Druids thought the Christians to be but a minor annoyance. Only the wise among them saw the truth. Only the wise tried to explain that the Druid cycle had come to an end and now they must learn the new rules or perish. Who had to learn the new rules? The Druids. The old ways stopped working for the Druids. They stopped slowly, it's true, but they stopped. The new way started working for the Christians, and soon the Christians gained control. And what they're saying is we're at the same crossroads. Christianity as we know it will soon give way to the new system. Those who would save what they can would do well to understand clearly what was given before.